Hi my lovelies, welcome back to my channel, and for everybody who's new, I'm Leorah and I'm so glad you found me. So welcome to today's video, which is one of my kitchen floor reviews together with my puppy Rex, who is right in front of me here. And of course we're not reviewing kitchen floors, we're just sitting here. And you know what the funny thing is? I actually just watched some videos while I was actually getting ready. I was watching a YouTube video on like behavioral arts, behavioral like judging, body language and things like this, you know? And this guy was actually analyzing an apology video of a YouTuber, a certain very big YouTuber. And he said, you know, people who have to hide something or who want to hide something or who want to get your sympathy and all of these things, these are the ones who are sitting on the floor because they want something from you. I don't want anything from you, sweeties. You can watch or you don't, like whatever, you know. I'm just gonna sit here with my puppy and I'm going to give you a review today. Okay, so now I know that now I'm filming with my phone and I don't have my microphone here, and my dog is making a lot of noise with his toys. So it's just real life. There's mess in the background because we're doing real life here. It is not set up to like impress anyone. I really don't care to impress anyone, you know. I don't need that. I'm too old for that. Okay, sweeties, beyond that, of course, check out my channel if you're new here. I'm a makeup artist and stylist, living for colorful makeup and colorful styling, living for indie brands, and also really loving animals. So in case you don't know, I have a, well, how old are you now? I think tomorrow he's going to be 14 weeks old. We're starting the 14th week tomorrow. A German Shepherd puppy. I'm going to show him to you in a second once he gets up because he's right now barely up in front of me. Sweetie, and he has a toy that makes a lot of noise. I'm going to show you. So this is his toy, and this is what you're hearing. Okay, so in any case, that is what we're doing here. We're loving animals, we're loving makeup, and I'm right now filming like in weird places. I know it's not perfect. It's not the perfect condition. I don't know. Oops, I don't know if I like it 100% either, because I really like my studio where I'm usually filming, but I kind of also want to be fair to my puppy while he is still so young, because I want him to be part of this, and it's a huge part of my life right now, seriously, you know. So that is basically what you're getting here. So if you want to, then please subscribe, and of course check out my channel for all my other content, and beyond that, of course, check out my social media because you will get to know me there a little bit better. Okay, so today we're going to review a palette. I spoke about that palette. Wait, I'm just going to switch the toy maybe. Should we switch the toy because you're always finding the loud stuff? Or should we show everybody what you can do? Huh? But for that you have to get up. He's going to bump against the tripod. You see, that's him bumping against the tripod. And you see that he has also grown quite a bit. He can already reach into the camera, into the frame. Let me just get him, turn around. There you go. So this is Rex, this is my puppy, and he is getting huge. Sometimes one ear is up already, sometimes they're both down, so it is a little bit like we cannot depend on it yet, right? You're still being a baby, right? Okay, so Rex, you know what I can do with him? I hope you can see this. Wait. Do you see his face? Yeah. Wait. So I'm holding the treat right here. Free. Good boy. That is such a good boy, right? Okay, now I'm going to send him into his crate. Please. That's him jumping into the crate. Okay, now, yeah, so basically I'm dog training a lot these days. Don't worry, we're gonna get into the makeup content. I have the palette right here. But that is basically a huge part of what I'm doing and how I'm spending my days now, you know? I don't really get around to working a lot with makeup these days because my days are filled with doing this. Come here, sweetie, come. Rex, free. Because he doesn't leave the crate with me telling him to go. Okay, sit. Good job. Down. He needs to think about it. Down. Good boy. Good job. Okay, so that is basically what I'm doing, you know, because I also want to use that time. It's such a valuable time when they're still so young, because this is now when you have to act and you have to like give all the right impressions and all the right input, you know? So that is what we're doing. You think we're doing a training session now, don't you? It's like, Mom, no makeup, sorry, you know, you had your makeup time and I'm not going to let you review the palette. Okay, so now before I show you the palette, he's putting his paw on my knee in order to tell me, come on, mom, like, get going. Place. So in any case, I'm going to tell you what my husband said. Sit. Good boy. Free. So I'm going to tell you what my husband said about the palette. Wait, I'm going to show you. So we're talking about the Intuition palette from CXC Cosmetics. Now, I hope, move your butt away from the tripod, sweetie. I hope you're going to see this the right way, because right now I see it the opposite way, like the mirror image of what it should be. I hope that in the end it's going to be okay. So this is the palette from CXC Cosmetics. Now, I spoke about this palette in my makeup haul that went live last week. And I'm gonna move you a bit closer again because he moved the tripod. Sorry for the earthquake motion here. And so I spoke about this palette in my haul and I showed it to you. And the amazing thing about this is that I've not heard about this palette anywhere else. So I'm honestly just super thrilled and super honored to be the one who can show you this. Okay, because that's what I want to do. You know what? Why do you need 5 million reviews of something from BH Cosmetics or from Morphe or from whatever? Why? Like, everybody's doing that, right? So I want to show you the ones that maybe not everybody shows you. I cannot always do that, you know, but this one I got in PR from CXC Cosmetics. So this is the perfect opportunity and a very smart move of the owner, obviously. Okay, so the amazing thing is that this is not only a very small indie brand that basically has just popped up. I don't know how long they exist, but they're not big, you know? So sit. Good job. But they're based in Finland. And for me, I think this is so cool. They're based in Finland. I don't know about any other brand that is based in Finland. You know, Scandinavia, like Sweden, yes, we know. But Finland, that is so cool. Okay, wait. I know it's hard. I don't want to wait either. But this is what life brings with it. Free. Good boy. Okay, so now let me finally show you the palette. By now you've probably left the video and unsubscribed on the way. I can't blame you. Okay, so this is the palette. I know that the lighting here is not the best, but right now this is basically what I can give you. And also this look is my third look with this palette. Now, because the lighting not being the best situation, I'm going to show you all the 3 looks in pictures with proper lighting at the end of the video. Also this one, so you can take a closer look. Okay, because I cannot zoom in and stuff like this right now. Okay, so just so you know, all of the 3 looks will come up later, and of course they will also be posted on my social media eventually. Okay, I also do have a code, by the way, with CXC Cosmetics if you want to use it. I do not believe it's affiliated. I don't think it's affiliated, so please check it out in the description box. All my codes are always in my description box in case you want to use them. Feel free to do so. Okay, so what did my husband say about this palette? I actually just asked him before he went to work. I was like, okay, so what do you think about this palette? Now he was like, I don't get these 3 shades. Why are they the same? And I'm like, what are you talking about? No, my husband is not, you know, he's not seeing colors the way I do. I see a similar depth in those shades, but I see absolutely different colors, you know, because this one is a brown, this one is a red, and this one is a purple, you know, just saying there is a really nice amount of depth in this palette, which for a person like me is absolutely suitable and so nice. For today's look, I used this one here as the main shade, and then I just deepened it up with this shade here, which is like a sort of super dark gray / black shimmer shade. And usually I don't do that, but because of not having a black matte in the palette, I just use that to just deepen it up in the outer corner a little bit. Then under the glitters that I have actually on my lid, I put this one underneath because I always put a shimmer shade under my glitters. And then I used this one here in the inner part of my lid, and then this one here closer to that black here, you know. So this is basically what I did for my eye look today, and of course all of them, as I said, you will see at the end of the video. Now, sweeties, he said that this is what he doesn't understand, but again, he is not the expert in when it comes to colors or to judging colors in a palette. He's very good in a lot of things, but I really like to sometimes hear the opinion of someone like from the outside who looks at things that are like, who looks at a palette that in a different way than I do, because I already know what to look for and what I want to see in a palette, and he has like no judgment, you know. And then he was like, yeah, and the glitters, yeah, so they look really, really cool, they just do their thing, you know. And I thought that was so, so cute. So in any case, you do get 6 glitters here in the palette. You have 5 here and 1 over here, and that is of course quite a big amount of pressed glitters in a palette if you're not into it. Now I personally really, really like it, or let's say I have no problem with it. I don't have to have it, but I have absolutely no problem with it. Now I want to say though that the one thing that I'm missing in the palette is a black matte. You know, I would have probably skipped this black glitter and just turned it into a black matte. That would have made the palette perfect for me. But beyond that, I have to say that the glitters, the performance was really, really nice. There is no separating, no creasing or anything in the glitters. They apply very, very well. So I had absolutely no problem with anything there. Also, I have to say that especially with this one, which has a red undertone, which I already told you, or let's say like a red wine kind of a shade, there was no staining, you know. So this one I used today for the first time, so I don't know with the one with the purple undertone. I do not actually expect any problems there either, but there was no staining or no problem. Also in the shimmer shades there was absolutely no problem. Here I want to say that there is a bit of a shift in the shade, but I'm not 100% sure. It looks like that in the palette, like it could be a duochrome shade, but then when I swatch it, it kind of doesn't, so I'm not 100% sure. But beyond that, you do have really, really nice opaque shimmer shades here in this palette, and I'm just so thrilled that I got to try this, because the performance is actually really, really nice. Also, the mattes are very pigmented, and if this is a color scheme, or maybe even if you do live in Scandinavia and you're looking, sweetie, if you're looking for something like this, you know, this kind of a color scheme, then that could absolutely be your thing, you know, because I think the whole performance of this was really, really good. Okay, sweeties, this is my review basically of the palette. Beyond that, of course, I'm going to also have swatches live on my Leorah Cosmetics Instagram at some point soon. Just so you know, I'm not able to include them in these kinds of videos because it doesn't show up so well, you know, and that's just what it is. Okay, so sweeties, how are we doing? I want to say, as a bit of a tiny life update, and now I'm not talking about Ukraine because I'm just like, my head is exploding about that topic. But if you want to know more, I'm probably going to talk in my new makeup releases again about it. But sweeties, how am I doing? I have actually been enjoying myself beyond belief, you know, and I kind of feel also guilty about it because, come here, so people can see you, come. Can't see you. Sweetie, sit. Good boy. Good job. Down. Good boy. Okay, so I've been enjoying myself beyond belief because honestly, I have not even been doing makeup for close to a week. You know, because I just didn't have time. And I was like, I get up in the morning, I go out with the dog, I'm training the dog. I also have a lot of cleaning to do, way more than I used to do because of this little bundle of joy. Because first of all, they shed like crazy. Beyond that also, you know, they bring a lot of dirt with them. He's a very, very messy drinker. Like when he drinks, he's moving his head around and looking around, and then like there's drops everywhere, and then he walks through it, and it's like, it's a whole big mess. But I'm kind of really, really loving it because it just brings so much earthiness to my life. And I have to say, after 5 years on social media and my anxiety level almost killing me, and I'm not kidding you, I sometimes really thought that I'm not going to survive the night, and I'm not being overly dramatic, I mean it. I have to say that right now I'm sitting outside in the grass with the dog. Like a couple of days ago on last Shabbat, I was sitting outside with my 7-year-old and we were reading a book, and the dog was lying next to us in the grass, and we were sitting also on the lawn, and it was just beautiful. And I have not done stuff like this. He's sitting again with his butt against the tripod. I have not done anything like this in many, many years. You know, everything was always rushed. Everything was always with a deadline. I was always stressed. I was always like, I need to grow my channel. I need to make this work. I need to earn some money, you know. completely honest, it's also part of the deal, because I think everybody's dream who goes on YouTube is that eventually you can live off this. Let me burst your bubble. No. Okay. But in any case, it's rough, you know, and I kind of ran myself into the ground because I wanted to so badly succeed. And honestly, now that I'm kind of seeing things more clearly and more reflected, and I'm kind of really just looking out for myself because I have to. I absolutely have to, because nobody is going to be served by me not being on my feet anymore, you know? And I'm so happy about this. Yes, there is also another side where you think, wow, I worked on this for 5 years and now I'm going to suddenly take it so easy. Are you now going to ruin everything, you know? Hey, sweetie, do you love your mommy? Yes? Yes? Okay, you're such a good boy. I love you too, oh, sweetie. So am I going to ruin everything now, you know, by being so nonchalant about it and being so relaxed about it? Because it's not part of my nature. And I kind of need to teach myself new tricks, you know? It's kind of really strange, because while I'm teaching him, and I'm also, of course, teaching my children, because some of my children are very, well, not very, but my youngest is 5, you know? So just saying, my children are quite young still, and they need me a lot. And I kind of feel like this relaxed state that I'm in now is kind of reflecting on the whole family, and this is so good for all of us, you know? And I'm just really glad that you like the tripod so much. Maybe you should come and sit on my lap, sweetie. Should you? Yes? My little puppy. Okay, so now I need your advice about something, because since about a week ago, we have been starting to go out with him to do leash training. Now, he is actually walking super well when the second part of going out, he's walking super well because he knows he's going to go back home. But the first part of like, go. The first part of going for a walk is really rough with him, because he doesn't want to leave the house, you know, because of our isolation kind of a thing, because we were waiting for the next puppy vaccination to kick in, and we didn't really go out. We just stayed on our property so he doesn't meet potentially unvaccinated dogs. So we were like, we were kind of isolating, and I wonder, I of course know the medical benefit, but I wonder for him mentally if that was that good. Because honestly, when I had my dogs, when I was much younger and I lived on a remote village in Germany, I was like, we never did stuff like this, you know? Yes, they got their vaccinations, but we got them vaccinated and we like immediately went outside. There was no such thing as staying at home and being scared and being protective. We just lived our life. And, you know, it is kind of more healthy in a way, because they get socialized much more naturally. And now I feel like I have to put in so much extra work to kind of make up for that lost time. Please don't get me wrong. I'm very much for like taking care, proper care, and the best care that can ever be of my animals. And that's why I'm doing all of these things. But I kind of feel like I wish I could have done it both. I could have socialized him properly, that he just like goes out and conquers the world, and protect him at the same time, you know? Same applies to my children. This is how I just wish the world would be. But in any case, so this is what we're working on. Now, how do I get him to joyfully go away from his home, from our property, you know? Because now he's super attached to here. He is like not super protective yet of us or things like this. I'm sure that is still going to kick in later, but he is very attentive when someone walks by outside of the property and, you know, things like this. But he doesn't bark and he's not aggressive or anything. But I just wonder how to make him go joyfully to go on a walk, you know? Yes, I can of course give treats, but and of course like vocal commands and praises and all of these things. Is there anything beyond that anyone can think of? Then please leave it in the comments, because I would really like to know, because I definitely can learn. I have never had any of my dogs that did not want to go on a walk. You know, he doesn't want to go. Eventually he gets really, really happy, and then, you know, kicks in, and then we're going back home and he's like super, super happy. But when I put on the leash and I'm going towards the gate of our property, he's like whimpering and he doesn't want to go, and he has not had any bad experience as far as I can tell, you know. So sweetie, what happened? What happened? Why are you sad? My boy, you're my best. You're the best one. Yes, you are. So in any case, that is my video for today. I'm going to really quickly edit this so you can see it still today. And I am so happy that you're here. And I know a lot of you have commented that you are missing my makeup application videos. Sweeties, don't fret. They will come back as soon as I can, as soon as he has bladder control, and as soon as the timing is right again. You know, I'm not dropping that from my channel. It is just right now I'm doing this because it's either doing this or not filming at all, you know. So I kind of feel like this is a good compromise. Let me know what you think in the comments, and beyond that, of course, come back for my next video, which is going to be the new makeup releases on Wednesday. Beyond that, of course, subscribe to my channel if you would like to. That would be absolutely lovely, and I shall see you here then super soon. Up until then, hugs and sparkles and all my blessings to you. Love you so much. See you soon. Bye.